Light. Light is the form of energy that enables us to see things around us. Light. The visual ability of humans and other animals is the result of the complex interaction of light, eyes, and brain. We are able to see because light from an object can move through the space and reach our eyes. Once light reaches our eyes, signals are sent to our brain and our brain deciphers the information in order to detect the appearance, location, and movement of the objects we are sighting at. The whole process, as complex as it is, would not be possible if it were not for the presence of light. Without light, there would be no sight. Shadows and its characteristics. Opaque objects block the light falling on it. This creates an area of darkness on the other side of the object. This area of darkness is called the shadow of the object. The following three things are required for a shadow to form: a source of light, an opaque object, a screen or surface behind the object. Shadows are always black, regardless of the color of the object. This is because a shadow is formed due to the absence of light rays in a particular region. It only shows the outline of the object and not the details. For example, if we see the shadow of a cup, we only see the outline and not details. The size of shadow varies depending on the distance between the object and the source of light and the distance between the object and the screen as shown here. A pinhole camera. Have you ever seen light rays coming from the holes of a damaged roof? There is a prize to know that light rays from such holes produce images of the sun when they fall on the ground. Why? Because these irregular shaped holes on the roof act as a pinhole camera. Now, what is a pinhole camera? Let's first construct a pinhole camera and then try to understand the principle. Now, by definition, as pinhole camera is a simple optical device that forms an image without using a lens or a mirror. That's surprising. Now let's join two hollow cylindrical boxes with different diameters in such a way that one slides such inside the other. Now what do? We make a small hole in the larger cylinder. There. And also make two small holes in the smaller cylinder. The one inside. Fine. But there is one care you need to take. The inner hole has to be rectangular while the outer hole circular. We now fix a translucent paper. Say a tracing paper on the rectangular hole because that is going to act as a screen. Now, very importantly, these two cylinders should be enclosed so that you can prevent light from entering the larger cylinder. Now use the pinhole camera and try looking at a tree. Surprise! A clear image of the tree can be obtained on the screen if you slide the small cylinder back and forth. Now, how exactly did it happen? Let's look at this diagram. The tree is M and N. M is the topmost point and N is the bottommost point. The light rays coming from the bottom of the tree, that is the N, pass through the small hole and strike the screen at the top of the axis N. Can you see that? And the light rays coming from the top of the tree, that is M, strike at the bottom of the axis, that is M. Now what happens as a result? As you can see, an inverted and a smaller image of the tree is what you get on the tracing paper. Remember the tracing paper which acted as the screen? Now the size and the contrast of the image can be adjusted. For that, all you need to do is slide the smaller cylinder. Also, one more thing, the image depends on the size of the pinhole. The smaller the pinhole, the sharper will be the image, and of course, vice versa.